Hi everyone. I want to go down memory lane with this. I remember being at the Kingdom Hall, and then this rumor started to circulate about Raymond France. And someone said to me, and this, I'm going to quote you exactly what this brother said to me. He said to me, Martin, have you heard about Raymond France? I says, no. He says, apparently he's left the organization. He's jumped ahead of Jehovah's theocratic arrangement, and that's why he's left. That is true, people. That is what this brother said. So for so many years after this, that is exactly what we used to think, that Raymond hadn't sort of come to his senses as we know now. Back then, it was he jumped ahead of Jehovah's theocratic arrangement. In other words, they were saying he had ideas above his station. And so, now, I don't know if you know this, but did Raymond leave of his own accord? This is what I believe to have happened. But back then, they were putting it around that they'd had to relieve him of his duties. Of course, we now know, after reading The Crisis of Conscience, that he just couldn't go on. He just found too many things out that didn't gel, didn't make sense to him. But isn't it easy to put the wrong slant on something? So easy when you're embroiled in the religion, you're right amongst it, and someone says something like that. So basically, what I'm saying is that was my first hearing of what had happened. And so that stayed with me an awful long time. And it wasn't until I became a fader and I started to look into this that I realized that no, Raymond chose to leave. So this theory that they were trying to, I don't know whether they were deliberately doing it or not. Maybe that's how they saw it, that he'd outgrown his use and he'd got ideas above his station. Maybe that's how they saw it. But I think to logical people, I think it's a case of if he got to a crossroads in his life and he just decided he'd make his mind up at that crossroads and he wouldn't go forging ahead in the organization any longer. So he took a detour. Now, I wonder if he was alive today, what he would make of everybody with their YouTube channels and all those that are researching and all the brothers, elders that have since left and everything. I wonder what he'd make of all that. It'd be nice, wouldn't it, if we had his opinion on something like that. Well, that's my trip down memory lane. The first time I heard about Raymond France leaving the Jehovah's Witness religion and me believing what everybody had told me at the time, that he jumped ahead of Jehovah's theocratic arrangements. Wow. You see, you only have to say something in the infancy when a rumor first gets out. You only have to say it at the earliest point, and that is what stays with you. And you've got to be so careful about that. That is why these spin doctors in these political parties, that is why they have such success. They not necessarily do they tell the truth at the time, but they do put little seeds in and about another opposition party. And there may not be any truth in it, but they drop those seeds in really early, and it's to slant you. It's to steer you in a direction in which maybe you wouldn't have probably gone. I think from now on, people, we have to do our own research, and that's what we are doing. And if rumours start circulating, check those rumours out, double check them, and don't believe everything that someone tells you on YouTube who might be an XJW, check that out as well, because we know that sometimes they can spin things and they may not necessarily be 100% true. So that's my, you know what I should have done? This is what I should have done. I've got a t-shirt. Let me show you. Yeah, I had this t-shirt made up. Oh, I think if Raymond was alive today, he'd love this. He would absolutely love it. There we go. A t-shirt that I had made. Raymond, what have you started? So the purpose of this video was a trip down memory lane, where I was at the time in the Kingdom Hall when I first heard the rumour that Raymond had left the Jehovah's Witness faith.